Hey everybody, I'm making this video to show you everything that I was able to see and people I was able to meet and learn from at the Solar Power International conference that I went to last week. If you don't know what that is, go ahead and Google SPI or Solar Power International Conference. It was the Smart Energy Week, biggest solar power conference for energy storage in all of North America happened in Salt Lake City. So I was fortunate. I go to school up in Idaho, so I just about a 3 hour drive down for me to go to this. And I got a ton of business cards, different brochures from companies, everything like that. So the purpose of this video, hopefully you can get some value from it. I just want to show you everyone that I was able to meet. I was blown away how many different companies there are out there in the solar industry and energy storage. When you first get into the conference, they actually give you this. It's a whole expo guide, conference and expo guide, showing literally thousands of companies that were there. And just if you want to look through this, you kind of get a sense for how big this thing was. But I just want to run through my experience. So I started off going to they had a little career fair, which is how I ended up getting into the conference, because to go to the conference, the tickets were hundreds of dollars a day just to go to this thing. And so they had a career fair that I found out about on LinkedIn, and then I just decided to go to it. You could just apply. Went in, and first off, a few of the companies there that if you guys want to learn more about them, I'll show you who I talked to. There was this company called Amped. I met a nice guy named Daryl. They're based out of Fort Collins, Colorado. And they make these, I was trying to understand better what exactly it is, but it's something to help optimize. He was trying to explain to me that the solar panels, when they get energy, they've got to turn it. Somehow it's like fluctuating, and their product helps to give you like a constant direct current. So apparently that's valuable. I don't know too much about it yet. But another guy I talked to, I didn't get his card, but he had a booth set up just for this. So it's a solar energy course catalog. So it's an education program just in the renewable energy space. So he said that they have all sorts of things that you can get certifications for. Let's see, all sorts of things related to solar power. So you can check that out. Google them. Who else we got here? So this guy was cool. So Jared Wiener. They have, his company was QuickBolt. They're based in the Bay Area, and their product, it's supposed to help installing solar panels, because there's issues right now with people that are putting these on people's roofs. I don't know too much about roofing. I did steel roofing for a little bit, but basically they're putting holes in people's roofs, and people are starting to have issues with how they put it in. So their product, that they developed, he was at the career fair because he was hiring people to market this. But basically, as you can see, it's just an easy install for the solar panels to prevent any sort of damage to your roof. So that's big. There's lots of different government subsidies going on in different states right now, so they're trying to hop on the solar installation craze. These people, they are recycle PV solar. So solar panels, they go bad eventually, just like most products. So their goal is to prevent them from going into landfills, and so that they're truly a renewable resource. So they basically break them down into different things, then sell them off. So the silver, the copper, whatever. So they're looking for salespeople for this too. And what else we got here? Oh yeah, so here's all the cards from people at the career fair. We've got, this was cool. So I never heard of this company before, Q Cells. So there's Marie Jilk, you can find her on LinkedIn. She's a HR lady there, and they're one of the biggest manufacturers of the actual solar cells. So they have a plant in Georgia that they just opened. That's apparently the biggest in, I don't know if it's the world or North America, but they're a really cool company. I ended up, after I got into the conference, because going from the career fair into the conference, they required you to have a little badge to get in. And so when I got into there, I ended up going to their company, checking out their brochure. They had some guys there. They do all their R&D work in Germany. And so, anyways, they said that the maximum efficiency for solar panels, or for the silicone solar cells that they manufacture now, is 25%. That's the physical limitation of them. And so right now I think they're at about 22%, and in the industry it's increasing by about 0.5% efficiency each year. So you can you do the math there, calculate when they're going to reach maximum efficiency. So they're developing new products, he was telling me, to increase it over 25%. What that is, I don't know, but their R&D people in Germany are good. Q cells. Also, there was a nice lady named Krista at Bayway, if I pronounce that right, Bayway RE. So they rethink energy, or reimagine RE. So kind of their slogan. You can check them out online, Bayway RE. This company, I met him when I was getting a hot dog inside. They handed out free food. Scott Robinson, awesome guy from Australia. There's companies out there. He's with Philip Riley, which I believe he started, that focus solely on recruiting for solar or renewable energy jobs. So he helps you find a job. He helps companies find people to fill their jobs. Top-notch guy, awesome, Scott, Philip Riley. And Energy, this was one of the most exciting ones, so because they're based just here in Pocatello, Idaho, and in Lehi, Utah, the Silicon Slopes. Sean Lungrath, if I pronounce his last name right, he's the CEO of Energy. They produce the world's best, and really, when I went around and looked at everyone else's battery technology, they have a portable, essentially instead of a diesel generator, you can take their product around. I forgot the weight of it. I think it's just 10 pounds or something like that. But you can use that to power anything from your the lights, your dryer, washing machine, dishwasher, fridge. So power outage happen, you can use it for that. Outdoors, camping, take it with you. Better than a diesel generator. You can actually recharge the battery with the solar panel kit that they provide you. And he's really focusing on taking this to rural and developing countries. So he's a refugee himself, and he is kind of tuned into the whole, we need to bring renewable energy to the world. That's their mission, is bringing affordable power to the world. So, and I saw that. I went to one of their meetings. They had this nice guy, Yaya. He is works at the embassy in, I can't even remember where, somewhere in Africa. And they literally had this guy translating for like 10 other Africans in French so that Sean could understand them as he was doing his presentation, because they get it. They get that this technology, their business people, can help them bring power to their village. So things like powering their tools, anything like that, do business with that. So that was really exciting. Moving on, this lady, she was fun too. Laura Ruiz from Canadian Solar. They had hockey jerseys on. This is actually one of the biggest solar companies in the world, Canadian Solar, not just in Canada, but she's in California, so you can check them out. Soluna, they manufacture Energy's battery packs, actually, so you can go to them if you want to check them out to manufacture any batteries for you. These guys, Tim, he actually was there. I met him. He's the one that helped run or organize this whole event. So really awesome guys, fun place. They did a great job, so you can check them out too. And they had a startup alley in the conference center, and they also had bigger companies. So I actually started in the startup alley. I didn't know it was the startup place, so I was kind of looking for somewhere to work, but I should have started in the, the bigger companies. But I started, met a lot of cool people. This one was one of the most exciting ones. This is Station A. That's Jesse at Station A. So if you want to check out Station A, look them up. Their software they're a software company, so their software helps developers take buildings to zero emissions, I believe. So their mission again is helping to transition to 100% renewable energy. But they provide a product to help developers when they're going into cities like be it Atlanta, California, wherever, and to see what buildings would benefit best from transitioning to solar or battery or whatever, the whole savings, all that stuff. Really cool. Check them out, Station A. And this guy was funny. Sonotech, so they help in the development of hydrogen fuel cells. Their product, the manufacturing process of the fuel cells, there's something specific about it that is difficult, but can't remember what it was exactly. But fuel cells, hydrogen, Brian. This one was also cool. So with companies like Nikola Motors that are helping to advance hydrogen, even though Elon Musk thinks that hydrogen is the dumbest technology, it looks like there's a lot of companies getting into it. So Kevin, he was at Hexagon, so they specialize in, here's their little brochure, lightweight, basically the storage, transportation, all of that jazz of the hydrogen. So they help with that whole process. Check them out too. Terrabase, they're similar to Station A, I believe. Yep, similar to Station A, only this is more for people that are developing the wind or solar sites where you want to pick a good site. Their software can help you find out the optimal site where there isn't going to be flooding, for example, or temperature, climate, all those sort of things can affect your production level. Are you close to transmission lines? How easily can you connect into the grid? Their software helps you do all of that. So another really cool product that's software based to help with the cause. This company, they were also, it was funny picking his brain a little bit. This is Steven, or Stefan, I think it was Steven, at Nell. They specialize in the development of the electrolyzers for hydrogen. So hydrogen, how it's made is you run electricity. This is very basic. The electrolyzer takes electricity and can split water, H2O, to create hydrogen. So they're key in developing hydrogen. He said that they actually are the ones that have the contract with Nikola Motors to build out all of their hydrogen fueling stations. So check them out, cool company. Also, we've got Craft Storm. This was Bryce. I didn't talk to them too much, but this is another company for you guys to check out. And then who else do we got here? Yeah.